Good morning, afternoon, evening, and good night. It's Saturday morning, 6 a.m., 26th of November, and it looks like it's a nice, sunny, clear sky out there without any wind. It's a nice day here in little old Kahuna. Today we've got a guest that's been on here before. Actually, there's going to be three of us. There should have been four of us, but one of them's, well, he's a newlywed and who knows what he's doing. But the four of us are the admins on that Facebook group, the Bloody Legends group. So all of us are out there taking photos. You know, Greg, he's one of the admins there. Scott Baker and Devo. I'm hoping that Devo gets on here. We'll give you a bit of a history about the Facebook page. But the reason that I wanted to bring Scott on here mainly this morning is because he's been an Android user forever and a day, as far as I can remember. And he's got an iPhone now. You may have seen it on the Facebook group. And he's punching out some bloody impressive photos. So we'll bring all these guys on here. Morning, Greg. Oh, good morning. Hockey's better. I just realised it did that.
Yes.
How's the weather where you are?
You know what? After all that snow we had, it's dwindling quite quickly because we're. Well, let's see. It is 4 degrees and raining here.
Oh, so it's just going to be like a slushy outside now.
Oh yeah, it looks like utter shit.
Oh, okay. So it's not a white wintry wonderland now. It's like grey and yuck.
Not anymore. Yeah. It's all grey and dirty, and it's just a bit of an eyesore now. But
yeah, okay. I can't remember if you sent me the photos or it was on Facebook. I can't remember that you took some photos outside, and I went and showed Sarah. I said, "Have a look at this." It was probably like 12 inches of snow or something. It looks like you had. It was crazy.
Well, we had the total just over last weekend of about almost 3 feet.
3 feet.
3 feet of snow.
Bloody
in
hell.
About 36 hours.
Wow. Does that do damage to houses and stuff? That's a lot of weight.
No, not really, because it's only if it would, like if we had that much snow and then it got really mild really fast, it would get heavy, and then it could possibly do some damage to the roofs and that. But these roofs are made to hold snow, so I'm not concerned about it.
Oh, okay. So your houses, I suppose that makes sense. Your houses are built to withstand that sort of thing. So older houses, I guess, would be the issues if there was going to be issues.
Yeah, and most of the older homes have a higher pitched roof, so it holds up pretty good. So it's I used to shovel my roof off, and then I realized, what the heck am I doing? These roofs are made to hold this kind of stuff. So
isn't that that would never? That's such a foreign thing to me, to have to shovel snow off your roof.
Yeah.
Morning, Mike Goyne. What did I see of Mike Goyne's the other day? Somebody sent me something. Maybe it was one of you guys on that chat about football or soccer or something. Maybe.
Yeah, that was me. That was priceless.
Yeah,
that's why it says hockey's better.
Right. Where did I see it? Was it in that chat?
It was in our chat on Facebook Messenger. Yeah.
It was.
It was like a foosball table with all the players laying on their sides. There it is. Yep. That was priceless.
That was pretty funny. Because we have, for those who that aren't in the group, and there's only like 4 of us there, but it's we basically had a bit of a discussion about soccer or football, and just how much. Well, Devo's not here, but he kind of loves it, and the rest of us kind of have a disdain for it, I guess. Mainly for the people falling over into the ground, and you know what I mean. Anyway, morning, Mike. Morning, Dale. Wonder how that leg of his is going up there. All down there for you.
Did you see the thing he put on recently? I think it was maybe this morning. Well, a few hours ago, I would say. It's a time lapse of the stars, and then he reversed it in the video, so it goes back and forth. It is freaking amazing.
Oh yeah. I reckon it's he's probably done that in a video editor, I would say, because he's using even longer and just bringing it forward or bouncing it as a GIF file. I reckon that's the sort of image that he used for when Apple shared his stuff, I reckon. Oh no, he's got arthritis in both feet. Damn. Wonder if you cut your hair it'll fix your feet. Just put it out there. I'm probably exhausting my knowledge, my medical knowledge on advising that, but hey, you never know. Morning, Omar. Morning, Ron. Ron's about to go for a walk with his corgis, no doubt. Let's bring this fella in. Scott, why did I switch to iPhone? With the family. I read it differently.
Yep.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Morning, Scott.
Good day.
You guy?
Hey.
Good evening.
So you're in Canada too, are you? You're a Canadian?
I am, yes.
Yep.
I am here
So
on
have you
the
got
Atlantic coast. No snow yet.
no snow?
No snow. I'm going to give
Oh, we got to see out his window. Oh, wow.
If you can see.
Oh, neat.
Yeah.
Can.
So that is the Atlantic Ocean.
Yeah, right.
Oh, wow.
Yep. So we have one of the largest harbors along the eastern shore of Nova Scotia, and we have a bunch of fishing boats and everything. So, yeah.
So is that where you live?
I live just up the road, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yep.
That's
So
pretty
2 minute
cool. You
drive
look
up
like
the
a
road.
fisherman.
So. I'm
You
not
look
a
like you're ready
fisherman,
to go
no. We own a family seafood processing company.
Okay.
My grandfather started it, and currently my aunt, 2 aunts, 2 uncles, my father, myself, and 1 cousin all work here.
Mhm.
So
Yeah, right.
yeah. So, but none of us
You
fish.
absolutely look like a fisherman.
Do I? Yes.
He's got the beard. He's got the hat. He's got the Carhartt jumper, or what do you hoodie? Yeah,
Hoodie.
Yeah, you look like a fisherman.
I get seasick, so
Yeah, right.
You live on the ocean and you get seasick.
I stay on shore.
There you go.
But the view is
here we
nice.
go.
So.
Yeah.
Yep.
It might be.
Yes. Sorry, Mike.
See that, Scott? He beat us to it.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, what's that? Sorry?
You beat us to it.
You just apologize.
Yeah.
You said sorry first.
Yeah. Oh, I know. It was intentional. For those that don't know, I'm recovering from the big C at the minute. I don't think I'm at the point of being contagious or anything anymore. It's been a good week. I'm just kind of knackered. By midday, every day, that's it. I'm finished. Yeah. So, you've got an iPhone.
I do.
I've got to bring these images back up. Why did you go to an iPhone, mate?
One big reason, even longer, I have to say, the long exposure apps, they sold it for me. It's not that I couldn't do some of the stuff, intervalometer app, motion, I think it was motion blend or something like that, put them together to get a long exposure look and stuff like that. But just for pure simplicity and everything, it's just, I want to give it a try. And sold my S21 Ultra and picked up 13 Pro.
Yep. Oh, so you got 13 Pro.
13 Pro,
yes.
yes.
That long, haven't it? Mind you, if you went to a 14 Pro, you probably wouldn't have it yet. There was someone who commented on one of my videos yesterday. They ordered a 14 Pro 2 days before launch, and they still don't have it.
Yeah, they said they're basically now you will not get one before Christmas. I think they said if you haven't ordered one, there's no chance you're getting one. And I think there's a big strike or something going on over there at one of the facilities too. I was reading, so that's making it bad.
You're reading. I even did a video and talked about it, didn't I? You don't even watch my stuff. I thought we were friends.
I only watch the Android ones. I got to catch up on the iPhone ones.
Well, you better get going.
I got a backlog.
Yes, a lady came to our house yesterday and she says, "What's all?" Because she looked in the studio. She's like, "What's all that stuff?" Because I've got lights and all that crap in here, and you wouldn't see that in a house in our town, I guess, anywhere else. She said, "What's all that?" I said, "That's my live streaming, when I do my live streaming and do all my videos and stuff." So, what videos? I told her what I do, and she's like, "Oh, I need to come here and get you to show me how to take photos." Or you could just watch all the videos. There's like a few hundred there. You just go and learn that way. That's what I do.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Send her some links.
And what's that, sorry?
Send her some links to
yeah. That's it.
Just don't point her to Tony and Northrop.
Oh, you went there straight away.
I was waiting.
Right away.
I was waiting. How many minutes is that? We're how many minutes in? And
10 minutes and 10 seconds. Northrop drops the bombs.
I thought if he makes it 10 minutes, it'll be impressive.
Well, he did. 10 minutes,
he did,
10
yeah.
seconds. Yeah. So for those that don't know, so Tony Northrop is Tony and what's her name?
Chelsea.
I was going to say Jessie, but I was nearly there. Chelsea. They have a YouTube channel. I think it kind of started with photography reviews, then it was more about shooting weddings and stuff and how to take photos of take portrait photos and things like that. And recently he started putting his toe in the water with phone cameras, and he's so many technical things that he says on it are just so wrong. And the things that I've seen that would upset the average person that doesn't. But then when you get something wrong on an iPhone tech spec, Greg McMillan goes off his rocker. It's hilarious. He's not even apologetic about it.
I want to say this. I mean no disrespect to Tony. I really don't. I'm not like that. But it just drives me nuts when he gets stuff wrong.
Yeah. And the one that alerted me more recently was the 4 megapixel on the 14 Pro Max. Geez, that's dirty.
That's what she said.
The 4 megapixel using the center of the frame on the 2x zoom. That was just very crazy.
To get to the meat and potatoes of that alone, he's
the
talking
meat and
about
potatoes.
He's talking about the 2x configuration, right? Which is using, if my little window here is the full sensor, he's using like the middle part of the sensor to come up with 12 megapixels. There, you can see it on Shane's phone there, the 2x. It's not a separate camera. It's just using the center part of the 48 megapixel sensor, and it's using 12 megapixels. And he says, and I'm hoping he's realized the error of his ways, but he says that is being binned down to 4 megapixels. Come on.
It seems to me like he doesn't put the research in or checks, what he's saying before saying it. Yeah. Like it's. I don't claim to know much about anything, but I'm not presenting that nothing to people, right? So if I was going to present that, then you want to make sure that and everybody gets stuff wrong, but some people, you have to wonder at what point are you putting wrong stuff out to get reactions? I wonder.
Yeah. I don't know. Like sometimes when I see some YouTubers do that because social media thrives on negativity. That's just how it works. Yeah. Like you could put a box of puppies on there and it's probably not going to do as well as someone kicking that box of puppies down the road. It's just the way that the systems work. And with some YouTube stuff I see, I go, that's wrong because it's blatantly obvious wrong. And you look down the comments and it's just going off. So that video probably did well because of that interaction. Yeah. And the stuff that he's doing though, it's technically wrong. Yeah. But I don't think it's controversial enough to trigger the algorithm to fix that. I started typing out a comment about his Pixel video yesterday. I thought, no, I'm not going to feed that and get stuffed. It was so just wrong what he had said. Yeah. But, me putting my comment on there it's really not. He's not going to go back and look at it. He's got over 1 million subs on there. His videos certainly get a lot of views, and there's a lot of comments on the video. So little old me putting my comment there, going, "You're wrong. That's not how that works." It just, I didn't see the need to do it. But with the thing that gets me with both examples that we'll talk about, like that one there that Greg just mentioned, and the Pixel 7 video with the astrophotography and how it worked. He's a Lightroom user. He puts these photos in Lightroom. It's a click of a button to see what the metadata says on these photos, and you would see just how bloody wrong you are by moving your eyes to there. It's, to me, It just doesn't make sense that you wouldn't see that. When
He called it a Google 7. He called it a Google
Pro.
7. He didn't even call it a Pixel 7 Pro. He just called it the Google 7 phone.
Yeah.
Anyway.
My big one was the waterfall, how the Pixel could do waterfalls and iPhones can't. And it's like, what? Like, what?
Yeah, that's
like,
true too. Yeah.
Live exposure.
Even without any other apps, it could still do it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like that was like another reason why for long exposure and stuff like that caught my eye was the fact that you could do that with the iPhone. Yeah. Like, if I'm hiking, a lot of times I don't have my tripod and I want to get, here's a nice stream and stuff. Maybe I want to get a long exposure. I can still do that using the live exposure mode. And, but apparently you can't do that. So,
well, with the Pixel, the Google 7 Pro, in the astrophotography, he said there it's got a star tracker. Now, for those who don't know, a star tracker is something that sits on top of your tripod and follows the stars as they move through the sky.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's built.
Doesn't do that.
It's built.
And it's built in Star Trek. Yeah, but again, if you put that photo into Lightroom, which he did, to talk about how much better it is than the iPhone, and it is better.
Yes.
But just look at the freaking metadata. It's like blatantly obvious what you're saying is just so wrong. And it's unfortunate, but that's someone who's influencing people to buy shit. Now, he probably cost Apple sales in someone go, I'm not going to use a 4 megapixel camera. That's ridiculous, and not buy it. And on the flip side of that, someone's out there probably looking right now, Googling for a Google 7, not knowing what it is. And looking Google 7 Star Tracker. That's what.
Yeah, I like that mode.
Trending now is Google 7 Star Tracker. Yeah. So your experience with the iPhone, that's enough about Tony Northrup, unless you still want to keep on putting the boot in there, Greg.
Greg?
No, we'll move on.
We'll come back to it later.
Yeah, probably.
If Devo ever drags his ass out of bed and comes onto the live stream, we might talk about it more. I don't know. I should have. I'm glad I didn't actually, because it would have been a waste of time. I would have gone and had a look as to how the England team's doing in that soccer cup thing. Because if they weren't doing too well, I'd be really encouraging to come on. Someone's put here greetings. Oh no, sorry. Where was it? I saw Canada.
1, Australia 0.
Canada 1, Australia nothing.
Is that a game? Is it playing at the moment? It is.
No.
Oh,
it means us, you.
Oh, I see. Yeah, good on you, Dale.
So I don't remember what was said to make him put that score on there, but
doesn't matter.
So, Greg,
where'd he go?
Oh, I got rid of him because he was being a smart.
Oh,
you better kick me out now because that's not going to stop.
Kick me out. You better kick me out now.
Out. Do you get that a lot, Scott, about oot and a boot?
Only from people in Australia.
How many of us do you know?
Well, let's see. Actually, no. I more than that. There's Mike.
Now I've got you. Now I understand.
There we go.
Now these two bastards aren't going to say sorry for the rest of this live stream. Just so
Hail to the no.
So you went to the iPhone for long exposure.
Basically.
Yep. Before we went live, we were starting to talk about your experience now with the iPhone. So you've tell everyone what your experience has been with phones, not just Android and iPhone. What were you using? What have you been using?
BlackBerry.
Yep.
Started with the BlackBerry and stuff. But got into probably my first one. I had the HTC. What was it? oh my God, I can't remember what it was, but it's basically like the Nexus. The very first Google phone came out. HTC had a version. It was similar. So I've had every model Pixel and Nexus up until the 4. And then from the Pixel 4, I went to a Samsung S21 Ultra, and I struggled through that for a little while. Not a bad phone, but my God, the shutter on it, I found so slow, like for doing like my dog pictures, right? Hiking, and I want to snap a quick photo and stuff like that. And I just, compared to the Pixel, like where you could just like click, 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 and it's instant. And so I didn't like that. But for landscape photography and everything, the S21 worked well. It was great for astrophotography. No problems with that. But long exposure, I seen too many photos, Andy's photos, your photos. It won me over. I had to. That actually I took cool. With a Pixel. I think I took that with a
Pixel 3
X. Yeah, Pixel 3. Okay, yeah, and that was. I think this would be. I think I used the Gcam app on my S21. Yeah.
Yep.
So.
Nice.
I've been disappointed in the astrophotography with the 13 Pro. It's just not up to the S21. I haven't given it like a really good rundown and stuff, but just not there. But for long exposure stuff, I love it. It's great.
So I don't see as many of your. I thought you put more of your long exposure stuff on here.
I have a whole bunch of them.
I don't know why it's not showing up there. Look at this. Even Andy Green is like the iPhone long exposure master is giving you kudos.
He is such a influence. Like the stuff he puts out is amazing. It's just so encouraging for me. Like he puts something out and it's just like, I got to get out there and get something good too. Because it's so good that it's this one's a little bit wonky, don't you think?
It is a bit wonky,
yeah. you Scott and Andy are so lucky that you have oceanfront.
Yeah.
You know, I have a lot of waterfront where I am, but I don't have the big waves and the massive rocks like that. I don't have that.
That's 2 minutes.
I might be able to find something like that, but that's what?
Just 2 minutes up the road right here.
Oh, stop. See, that's the kind of cool stuff I'd love to capture.
Yeah. That's
the beauty of, I think, of having this community that is everywhere. You get to see, like, I would have to drive at least 3 hours to get to something like that.
Yeah.
Whereas all the Astro stuff, I've literally got to walk out the back door and to go and photograph a cityscape or do like light trails on cars. I've got to drive a fair while to find something like that to do. So everyone has their own things in their own locations. I think it's a good diverse sort of group for that.
Yeah.
This is 2 minutes, you say? Oh, 2 minutes up the road.
2 minutes up the road. Yeah. I think it was a 3 minute exposure. Yeah.
Yep. Oh yeah, 3 minutes. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So
what I have found better, you said before about your astrophotography is not as good with the iPhone. And I would agree, definitely for the stars, absolutely.
Yes.
But what I found to be better with the iPhone versus any of the Androids is light painting that foreground subject. I don't know why it does it that way, but I haven't been able to replicate as good a detail in a foreground subject. Oh, hello. Who's this? Oh, it's you.
That's me. That was one I took last night when I was doing my star trails.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. And the stars in that are nowhere near what you'll get from a manual controlled app in one of the manual camera in the other phone. But if you were to light paint, if there was something more prominent in the foreground of that, a person, a vehicle, something, or even a lone tree, and light paint that in that 30 seconds that you took this photo, it would be better. That tree, that subject would be better on the iPhone than any other phone.
I think the
LiDAR
or something like that might have something to do with that, and the depth and everything. Yeah. I agree with that. Yes.
Yeah. Very good. I'll get rid of that, because who knows what else you've said in that group that I don't want to
share. Yeah. So no, I really like the long exposure stuff, and it's getting a little cold to do it now, but it's fun. It's in living where I live along the shore and stuff. The tide changes constantly, so it's always different, right? Like you can always try and do it different times of the day and stuff like that. So
yeah, nice. I know Dale there would be saying, get out there and get some reflective long exposure star trails with all that water that you've got there.
Yeah,
you're going to be sitting out there in the cold night for a good 40 to 50 minutes to get the minimum.
So the harbor's on this side, and north is that way to get the circle. So,
well, you still get arcs.
Yeah, I guess you still would get arcs.
You won't get the circle or so. Yeah,
circle. I guess I could go
my
to
way.
the side of the harbor and point towards my shore, my side.
Well, you could do, yeah, or just point it towards me, mate. It'll work.
There you go.
Yeah.
I'll give it a try.
So besides do you like using the camera app in the iPhone?
It's got the faster shutter, definitely faster than the S21. So I like that. Something Greg had mentioned before about using the how you can, I think he mentioned on his podcast, how you can if it's a live photo, how you can scrub back and forth and find a shot. So I find if the dog's running towards me and I take a photo, I can scrub it back and find a little bit nicer of a shot. So the camera app itself is pretty good and stuff. I find the detail like pixel peeping, I find it a little bit better. I think on the S21 was a little bit better. But for social media and stuff, what I'm doing, it's not a big deal. Yeah.
I would say that's mostly where it's aimed. I think when we start saying let's print something nice and big, that would be the minority of users. It can do it, and I think it's a nice challenge to do that.
Yes.
But the vast majority of their target audience is not doing that. They're putting Instagram photo and that sort of thing.
A small little 6x10 or 8x10 or whatever on the wall. That's fine. That's I have no problem with that and stuff. So
so you're on Instagram, right?
I am on Instagram.
Do you use anything else besides Instagram?
Facebook, Instagram. I signed up for, what's the other one? Greg got me to sign up. Vero, and I don't use it as much anymore. I used it for a little bit. I posted a few things, and I just find myself forgetting to post to it and stuff like that. So, so really just Instagram and Facebook.
Yep. It's one of those things, isn't it? I find that all of these platforms just take longer to do stuff. I have, when I watch Sarah doing stuff with the farm and her soap business with Instagram, she'll sit at the dining room table for a day, at least half a day, and schedule content for Facebook and Instagram for a week out. But every week she'll do that, and it's full on dedication. And I look at it and go, I'll go, that's a cool photo. I might put that on Instagram. And then 3 months later, there's another cool photo. I might put that on there. I've got that Vero thing as well. I should probably put it on there. I just don't, I'm not motivated to do that sort of thing.
I'm not, I don't post for clicks. I don't post for follows. I'm not an influencer or anything like that. If I take a nice photo, I find I'll throw it up there kind of thing. But I find there's a core group. I've got a lot of followers and stuff, and my account started more as following my dog kind of thing, right? And so a lot of them are dog friends and everything like that. And so as it sort of not transitions, it added more photography stuff, more landscape stuff, more bird stuff, because I've gotten into that quite a bit, birding and everything. Not with the iPhone.
Not with any phone, I wouldn't have thought.
Not with any phone, no. Although, what's his name there? He talked about doing a little bit of birding with it.
Who was that?
The guy we were just talking about. What's his name?
Northrop.
Yeah.
Tony Northrop.
Tony.
Yes, Tony. That's it. Yes, he talked about doing some birding with them and stuff. But anyway,
you sure it was a bird? He didn't mean like a I don't know statue.
You might not have been able to tell. So yeah,
I took a photo of a bird on my monitor.
Yeah, I went to the pet store.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't post for likes or anything like that. I just post it for fun for my little circle of friends and everything like that. And I find with social media now that, I mean, I follow like 600-700 people. You can't keep up with them. Like it's yeah, like there's no way, every once in a while, oh yeah, I forgot I follow that person. It's like, what have they been up to and stuff like that. But there's no way, right? Like, and I think that's why you might get like 20 likes on a photo or something like that. Well, out of your 800, 900 followers, that's probably all that sees it because it's the algorithm and stuff. So like I said, I don't care. It's just, I post it because I like it. So.
Yep. Yeah. The thing with what Sarah has found is on Instagram, at least, Reels is where it's at. And
yes,
she'll put photos promoting product or taking photos of her products and stuff and put on there, and it won't do nearly as well as what Reels do. So now I'll go into the workshop, and sometimes it looks like she's set up for live streaming. There's a tripod set up next to all the stuff that she's doing to do time lapses for Reels. That's all it's doing. It's just making Reels and making Reels and making Reels. Yeah, and it's, I don't know. I find making that short form content, just for me, it's so much less satisfying making that bloody 30, 40, 60-second video than it is to make a video explaining how I do something or telling a story about something. I don't know.
Right, yeah.
My target audience is different, I guess.
Yeah. I know I've gotten way more, like I'll put out a silly reel or something like that with the dog, and I'll get way more likes and interaction based on that than I will from any photo that I've posted and stuff.
Well, because that's what Instagram's pushing out, right?
Yes. Yeah, exactly. So they're like that. So.
The fellows who created Instagram way back when, they did it for photography. They sold it, made us squillions of dollars, and now they're probably just laughing at it, going, "It's for like 10-second videos now, suckers."
Yeah.
So, in the camera app, do you use the video in that? The video in the 13 is pretty bloody impressive.
I don't do a lot of video. I bought a gimbal, and I broke the gimbal, and I bought a second gimbal, and I started to use it a little bit, and
just a second here. How did you break the gimbal?
We're not talking about that one. But we're not talking about that.
What about that?
It happened, and that's
was
all.
Was alcohol involved?
It stopped working. So we'll just say that
alcohol was involved.
I wish alcohol was involved. So, but yeah, I tried to do a little bit of videoing, like going on hikes and trying to video and vlogging kind of thing. And it wasn't for me. So it's I end up selling the gimbal that worked.
The one that worked.
Yeah.
I reckon I've got 4 gimbals here for phones, and I've used them in some videos when it's because some of them are products that people have sent to me and said, do a video about this. Yep. And since getting this one, the 14, the stability in that is bloody ridiculous. Almost all the video for that second channel is filmed on that.
Really? Yeah.
And almost all of it is just me handheld, just filming Sarah or Sarah filming me.
And the stabilization is off the charts.
Yeah, it's really good. Yeah. Everything I've seen, it's so good onto it and stuff. So,
Well, she did. You would have. Yeah, the video with the horse.
Yep.
And she was walking through the paddock, explaining before she got the horse. I was just walking along the channel bank, So it's like a mound of dirt following the direction she was walking and just walking along handheld. And you look at that footage and it looks like it's on a gimbal. It's so steady.
Yeah.
And I was waiting for you to just accidentally lean over and touch that electric fence.
There's in the run of a day, how often do you accidentally zap yourself?
Oh, it's pretty rare. Damn. It's pretty rare. I reckon once every 2 months.
Is that all?
Maybe. Yeah, and that's being pretty generous. Darn. And that's usually me being a bit lazy. As in, oh, that's broken. Oh, can I fix that without turning it off? I reckon I could. You see a broken wire or something, and so on our fences here, there's 2 hot wires that go around. So the top wire, or sometimes there's 2 top wires, but we'll call that just one. And then there's ring lock, like a gridded fence, and then there's an offset down below sitting out from the fence, and that stops the goats getting to the fence. And the one at the top stops them jumping over the fence or climbing over it. And sometimes you might find, well, this has come off a little bit here. A tree branch might have come onto it or something. And you go, I've got 2 pairs of pliers, they're insulated. Yeah, and I'll give it a go. Because to turn it off is way, like you've got to hop on the bike and go like 2 kilometers back that way or something. And you go, oh, no, I'll give it a go. Bang.
You need like walkie-talkies, or I suppose you have a cell phone.
Walkie-talkies.
You don't have walkie-talkies? Sarah, turn off the fence.
You know what we use here?
Cell
it's
phones?
A novel idea.
What's that?
Can you turn the fence off?
Apparently you don't use that though.
No, well, if you're if you're the only one there, and this is when I go to work on the farm a few days a week, and I could like that farm's it's the best part of 1,000 acres. So like who knows where someone else is? And there's on that farm there's 1, 2, 3, 4, there's probably 5 energizers around the farm operating different parts of the farm.
Right.
So it's just I carry enough stuff in the buggy or on the bike that I can go. I could probably and 90% of the time you can fix it without turning it off. It's only when you go, yeah, I reckon I might be able to fix that. No, and the closer you are to the energizer, the harder it's going to hurt. Like there's been a few times where I've like had to sit down and go, oh, that one hurt. I felt that through every pore of my body. Yeah.
That was enough to curl my. Oh, never mind.
Yeah. Look at the guy laughing because he's got hair.
So, Scott.
Yes, Greg.
What are you editing your photos in?
I use Lightroom.
Okay.
9% of the time, I'll save it to upload a Lightroom on my phone, and then I'll go onto my laptop and use.
So you subscribe to the Adobe?
I do, yeah. Okay. I use because I do more with my DSLR for birding and stuff like that. So most of that goes into on my laptop, and I edit on there. So, but usually if I don't edit on my phone, then I'll throw it over to my laptop and do it on that. So, yeah.
Right.
So
I just brought that up because was that Shane?
How long until you get a MacBook?
Oh, a while. Expensive money.
Yeah, but you got an iPhone now, mate. You've got money.
Yeah. And this
had money.
Yeah, exactly. This sort of goes to my gripes about the iPhone too, because for my work, I'm on a desktop a lot of time. I talk with suppliers and stuff like that, and usually it's text message and stuff. With Android and text messaging, you could do that all on your desktop. You just go on and text and stuff. Well, I can no longer do that on my desktop now. I cannot text message. I have to use the phone. So it's up on my lap, it's down on my thing. It's on my, it's back and forth and stuff. Whereas before, it's just open a tab, blah, 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 and away it was. So that I find Yes, I have to get a Mac now or a MacBook, but the software that we use here for label printing and stuff isn't available on a Mac. So that's where I'm at.
So all this because you wanted to take some long exposure photos.
Exactly.
I brought that I asked you about your editing because Re-Expose just updated with the darkroom integration.
Yes.
So you could take a shot in Re-Expose and then just hit a button on the screen and it takes you right into darkroom to edit the image, and then it'll go from darkroom right back to Re-Expose again. I think that's pretty cool. There's a Halide. I think they had darkroom integration at one time. Maybe they still do. It's been a while since
their first app or their second. Because then they re-released or Halide 2 or something like that. It's a new app, but it's the same app. Or
well, it's the same thing. It was just a new version.
Oh, okay. I couldn't remember if it was you or David Addison was talking about that, how they rebranded and then charged again for it or something. I don't know.
Yeah. They did. And I mean that's happening in other areas too, like Affinity, for example, the desktop app of Affinity. They released version 2 now, and they're charging you like $70-$80 for it or whatever. And I mean, it has some nice features, but I've got the original one and
works.
I don't really use it that much, so I'm not going to pay to upgrade to get all these new things that I likely wouldn't use anyway.
I've never used Darkroom. Never really had a reason to, because it wasn't on Android and it's not on Windows. So it's
right.
So, and now that I'm invested into Lightroom for my birding photography and stuff like that, it's just
well, that makes sense. Yep.
So
it is one of those things. Like I've got Darkroom on the phone, and I think I got it mainly because someone recommended it on one of the videos or something. And I reckon I've used it a couple of times, and I just still keep on going back to Lightroom. And that's I think, because of what you're talking about here. I use Lightroom for all my professional work, so it just, to me, makes sense just to keep there for what I do for phone photography as well.
The updates they've made in Lightroom in the last year, like with the mask and
it's
selecting
crazy.
the sky, selecting the subject and stuff like that, like just insane. Before I don't use Photoshop very much at all. If I do, it's usually to launch. I'll use Topaz denoise with some of my birding photos and stuff like that. And that's the only time I go into into Photoshop, is to usually launch one of the other ones. And I find I'm just using Photoshop way less now, just going through, because Lightroom, you can mask everything, you can select everything, and it's really good.
The thing that
I'm not trying to be a salesman here, but I'll just say that it's with Darkroom, they've got masking and all that stuff too. And I tried it and I really liked it, so I paid the $25 a year. I was grandfathered into a lot of stuff, but the masking things,
old man,
I had to kind of pay a little bit more for. But I don't mind paying $25 a year for an app I'm going to use all the time.
Of course,
right.
Yeah.
So if anybody's thinking of doing something like that and doesn't want to pay, I don't know how much Lightroom is for the Creative Cloud thing, but it's a lot more than some of these other apps. But but I mean, if you use Lightroom a lot, like you guys do on your desktops, I mean, that's definitely probably the better way to go.
Yeah, and that's one of my big gripes with Lightroom, is the Adobe subscription service, and for what you pay for storage is just, it's nuts. But
what are you paying?
What do I pay? I think I pay about $20 a month for it, which isn't a lot. Okay. But when you stack it on top of everything else you pay a month for something, then I think it's how many gigs? Is it 20 gigs maybe?
I'm not sure.
Now I have to look what I pay, or not what I pay, but how much storage I have. I
get mine for free.
1 terabyte.
Terabyte?
Yeah, 1 terabyte, and But yeah, it's around $20 or something like that. So, and I do use it quite a bit and stuff like that. So yeah. But I would definitely try if I had a MacBook and I don't know how well it works with like DSLR photos and stuff. I assume fine. It's all the same.
It works really well. Yeah. It works well. It's that's where it was. That's what it's designed for.
Okay.
It just happens. Yeah. I don't know if I ever told you guys when I first started the channel. I'm going to say probably 6 months into it. I still to this day get so many bloody Instagram messages. I just don't reply to them anymore because there's just too many. People are asking one thing, something that I've generally answered in a video. It takes way too long. And I got this video, this message from someone saying, "Hey, I like what you're doing. I want to give you Adobe for free." And I'm like, well, it's a bloody scam. Don't even bother. And it turned out to be Russell Brown from Adobe.
Really?
Yeah. And it ended up emailing me and saying, "Hey, I sent you a message, but you didn't respond or something like that. Do you want this? Do you want a subscription?" I'm like, "Holy shit!" He's like, I'll give you all of this. Basically, I've got the whole thing, the whole Creative Cloud, every app for free. And I'm like, "But mate, I only need Lightroom and Photoshop. That's all I use." He's like, "No, you get it all. You get nothing." So I'm on my second year of that now for free. It's very, very, very generous. And I certainly don't get that's you guys. I certainly don't like push it as in go and buy this, but I just show what it can do. And I think that it's a nice relationship that like I edit pretty much everything in Lightroom on the channel and they like that. So they give it to me for free. So it's pretty bloody good. So I was curious as to what you're paying for it now. He did
I think
show
it's around
me
$20.
Yeah, I reckon before that I was doing just the photography stuff, and for me it was about $16 or $17 Australian to do that. But anyway, I think is he coming on? He might be coming on.
So.
For those who are
I give him the
just
link
watching.
Again.
That's the fourth person that's meant to be here, given that, pardon me, he's 47 minutes late. now that you're using an iPhone, when you first came on here to this show, you came on probably easily a year ago, maybe a year and a half ago, I think.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And I would have asked you then your top 3 apps that you're using, but now you've got a different device.
Yeah.
What would they be? Even longer.
We know what the first one is.
Even longer. Yep. I would say Lightroom. Would I say that as an app? And
it doesn't have to be photography.
Yeah.
Any app.
Any app at all. Probably my bird app, Merlin.
Your bird app?
For identifying?
Yeah. So Merlin, it helps you identify, so you can either like take a photo and then it'll scan the photo and tell you what kind of bird it is, or there's a sound thing. So it basically activates a microphone and listens for the birds, and then it'll tell you, okay, these are the birds we're hearing and stuff like that. So if you're like, I think that's a warbler, and yeah, sure enough, it's a warbler. I haven't photoed one of those. So then you can kind of, so I use that quite a bit when birding and stuff.
Let's go down this little rabbit hole a little bit.
Okay.
So, because I've never taken photos of birds
Sure.
with the intention of going out to take photos of birds.
Sure.
So you sitting there saying that's a warbler. Is that how you pronounce it?
Warbler. Yep.
Yep. So do you have like a checklist of I've photographed that, I've done that. It's like a treasure hunt for birds.
So you can in the app there is something it's called a life list. So if you ID this bird and stuff like that, I've got a photo of it. It goes on your life list. So then you can go back and look and say, oh yeah, I've seen those and stuff. I don't know if I can show it or not. There is another one, eBird is the big one, where you can submit photos and then that tells other birders that, you've seen this bird here kind of thing. So you might want to be on a lookout for it and stuff like that. So this here is my, I don't know if that's my security camera going off. I don't think there's something from Shane.
That was me.
Yeah. So basically, that's my life list there. So all those birds are on my life list. So
are they photos that you've taken, or are they just
those are
to
not?
help you identify?
No, those are
okay.
just like the sample photo kind of thing. So
okay.
But you can click on each one. It tells you like about the bird, and then
is that a woodpecker?
That is a woodpecker, a pileated woodpecker. And then you can play some sounds.
They can get awful big, eh? They can get big.
Oh yeah, they're huge. See, so you can play some sounds and tell what they are, and yeah. So
that even sounded a bit like Woody Woodpecker, which is all my experience of woodpeckers.
Have you seen any evening grosbeaks?
What's that? I'm sorry.
Have you seen any evening grosbeaks?
I've not seen any yet, but there have been some people that have taken some recently around here. So
they have been hanging around my parents' place for about 2 months.
Really?
Yeah, and they usually only show up for a few days, maybe a week, and then they're gone.
There was somebody
my parents have this bird feeder in the back behind their house, and they get hundreds of birds there every day.
Yeah, we had a big thing with the avian bird flu recently, so they were asking people not to put bird feeders out and everything, and so it's only been recently, once we got the frost, that we've been able to feed the birds, kind of thing. And but yeah, they've somebody posted a photo today of one of the bird groups, and it was hundreds of them in stuff, but I haven't seen them here. So I live in a where it's on the shore. We have a little bit different, a lot of gulls, but less, a lot of what is it, chickadees and stuff like that. But so
there's never a shortage of shithawks.
No, not at all. Not at all.
It's like you're speaking a different language now.
Well, I don't know if you can see, like on the window there, just there goes one by the window.
I saw a bird.
Yeah, there's lots of shit on the window.
Oh wow.
Yeah, like right. Yeah, you can see there on the window, and like the other window. Kind of see it. Wow. Yeah, behind me.
Oh man.
So, yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Birding with Scott Bacon.
Awesome.
There we go.
We are hitting the bottom of the barrel for content right now. Look at the bird shit on my window.
Dale, Topaz denoise is awesome. It is amazing for wildlife photos.
Great for astros sometimes. My favorite bird around my neck of the woods is indigo bunting.
Yeah, they're nice.
Very nice. Yeah.
Wow. There was there's a guy here in Australia who developed an app that would attract the birds, like it would have the sound of the bird recorded in the phone.
Yep. And
you'd put the phone out somewhere and just let this thing play.
Yep.
And the birds would come and you'd photograph the birds.
That's kind of controversial to some birders. Some birders say you shouldn't bait birds in with calls because you disrupt their natural. If a bird has to come investigate your sound because instead of feeding or looking for a mate or something like that, then you're disrupting the bird's natural, progression kind of thing. So they're spending energy on you instead of normal stuff.
Yeah.
How, where you fall on the map on that is up to you and stuff. But it definitely works, because you can, like, I've done it where I've been trying to identify a bird, and like I had my son, we were out on the back deck, and I forget what kind of bird it was, but I was like, oh, that's one there. And I played the sound for him, and the bird calls right back to you, right? Or it will fly in to investigate and stuff like that. So it definitely works. But yeah, it's frowned upon in some circles. So,
well, I think we're lucky enough to have like a bird watching expert. Let's bring him on and see what he has to say on the matter. England.
Hey.
He's in there's a power outage in the UK. How are you, mate?
I'm all right.
All right. You're very quiet.
Yes, can't hear him.
Practice my microphone technology. This is all. I don't think it's going to make any difference to everybody.
It's terrible.
Your microphone must be covered up.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
sounds like your
Can I
microphone's
hear?
coming
Is it in your drink?
Tell you what.
in.
Get rid of that.
It was a little bit
That
better
just
there
sounds-
for a minute, but
We'll go
for
for
a little
iPad mic instead.
Oh, it sounded all right just for a little bit.
Any better? Any worse? Same?
Yeah,
that's
I
better.
can
It's
hear
a little
you now.
better.
Yeah, so I'll try to use the earbuds
We can hear you,
thing,
but
so
we can't see you that well, which is probably
Good.
okay.
yeah, for the best.
Have you been put in the corner? Did someone put you in the
Bit more
corner?
lights. Look at that.
There we
Oh,
go.
shut up. Football. Proper football, not this Australian oval weird thing.
We brought you on here for your bird watching expertise.
I don't think I've done any bird watching. Not of the feathered, anyway.
How much have you had to drink tonight?
Nothing yet, because I've got to go pick up my other half. She's gone to see
Ah,
the Blossoms, which is a UK band, and decided
The
they're going to watch
Blossoms.
the football first, and then they were going to do it. So it's going to be like nearly midnight by the time I pick her up.
yeah, right. So the
No,
England exclamation marks, is that because England are playing at the moment or they've played?
It's half time.
Oh,
about
that's
3
why
minutes.
you're late onto here. Now I see.
Yeah, England.
England. So for everyone who's watching these four people's heads talking here, this is basically the admin group for the Facebook page. And we have, when I first started this, I wasn't even sure if I wanted to do a Facebook group. And a few people had asked, and a few people were asking different questions all over the place. Like I said before, on Instagram and stuff, they found my Instagram page and started asking stuff about YouTube on there, then messaging me privately, then messaging my photography page and stuff. And then someone said about a Facebook page, and I think I might have said on a live stream that we'll do a Facebook page. Then this bloke messaged me and said, "Oh, I'll help you add me if you want." And I'm like, "Fill your boots, man." And he's basically done it pretty much all himself. I kind of just sit back there and I just lend my name to the page and collect the royalty checks, but I haven't sent any of those yet.
Loyalty check.
Yeah, has it happened yet? I don't know. Maybe you're keeping them, Devo.
Maybe.
Maybe.
It's that
Anyway,
secret setting
so-
I've not told you about.
That's exactly it. But he basically runs the page. That's Devo, the bloke with England under his name. We probably shouldn't do that when we've got new people coming on. Mind you, you've been on here before, Devo, haven't you?
We don't talk about that, though.
Oh, we don't talk about it. What about your YouTube channel? Let's talk about your YouTube channel,
I
mate.
sort of sat there, didn't I, going, drinking whiskey.
Oh, you did. You did actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a good
Yeah,
episode.
It was almost as good as your one, mate.
Oh, I reckon better.
Reckon better?
Yeah.
It was great.
Go
Greg's
back
an
and
old
look at
hand
the
at it.
views. Look at the view counts on it. We'll find out.
Oh, I should look at that, eh?
Yeah.
I couldn't be asked right now. So Devo has basically run the page since the beginning, and then Scott came. I'm just trying to think. It's not a new guy. It's Scott came on to give a hand, and then you went off to.
You brought on the old man. Control the
and
kids.
then the old man.
Yeah, the curmudgeon.
How many users on that Facebook group now, Devo? Do you know?
2.1 thousand, is it? I think.
I don't know. I was asking you.
think that's
2.1 is it?
Yeah,
Yep.
I think that's
I think
right
so.
around what it was. 2100. Yeah.
Yep. So, how's newly married life, mate?
Amazing. It's
Amazing. Can I say, weren't you all living together in the same place, doing the same thing, and then you went and had a party and got some jewelry?
And now I wear a ring on my finger. Yeah.
Yep. What time's your game get back on?
Minutes.
In minutes. So you need to go.
2,130 members.
2,110. Look at you go. You guys pull it out the stats.
That's right. That's what the mod.
So,
Yeah.
what's that, Divo?
I remember when there was just 3 members. Well, probably 1 or 2, in fairness.
Yeah. Even I reckon you were even one of the first subscribers on the channel, Divo.
Yeah. I think it was probably in triple figures at the time. I think
Triple figures.
I seem to remember, off the top of my head, I could be wrong, because 1,500-ish, I think.
Yeah, okay.
I think.
This is the HR meeting from the Facebook
group. I can't count. I'm thinking 000 after the 1 is my brain.
Sure. So who's England playing today?
America.
Well, is it even
United
worth watching
States.
that?
This is soccer.
Soccer's actually I didn't realise, actually, it's actually an English originated word, even though it's not soccer, it's football. But we created it.
Now that you're back here, I've just got to share that. I don't know if you saw that. Because with the 4 of us, you're really the only like soccer fan or football fan. Is that right? Greg, do you follow this?
No.
No. So
this is the first time I think in 36 years Canada has been to the World Cup. So we're slightly more involved this year, but
do the Canadians turn up with hockey sticks ready to play?
That's right.
Yeah. Or lacrosse sticks.
Yep.
Yeah, beaver hats and
lacrosse sticks.
Lacrosse sticks.
So that's actually a proper thing. I've only seen that in movies. I just figured it was a bunch of shit.
Lacrosse? No, yes.
Lacrosse? It's brutal.
Yeah, it's.
Oh, right.
It's rough. Yeah.
You think rugby's rough?
Rugby is rough.
Yeah. You want to see lacrosse?
Take a look at some lacrosse games on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, in our group chat there, we talk about soccer, football, and the diving thing. And where as the resident knowledge base on soccer in this chat, where do you stand on this diving thing? You know, they'll like flick behind the ear, fall out unconscious, get up when the whistle's blown, miraculously recovered.
Yeah.
I was talking to one of the kids earlier. It's borderline cheating when you're just looking for me. I mean, I'm no expert by this stretch, but you just, somebody brushes past you, or somebody looks in your general direction, and next thing you're rolling on the floor. It's like, no.
Only to do the Peter Griffin.
Yeah. Yeah. And only to recover moments later. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's when they realise either they're not getting the attention they wanted, or there's an opportunity and something like that, up like a shot, and boom, it's like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
So it's legal to do that then?
Kind
of.
They do it to try to draw a penalty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's obviously bullshit. So
yeah,
is that not?
You'll get something that is genuinely a foul, but you don't need to then do 16 rolls on floor to prove a point.
Yeah, flop around like a fish out of water.
Fouled, you don't need, you're not dead.
It ruins the game for me. It's like I said,
too,
I enjoy watching the women's league more so because they don't do that, and
the women have more balls than the blokes.
Not true.
So yeah.
What is curling? Is the only? What the fuck is curling?
You don't know what curling is?
Is that thing on the ice?
Yeah, with the big
a few things on the ice.
Curling's
where they're like scraping the ground in front of the.
They're sweeping
yeah. I like curling.
Yeah.
Is it? I don't know if he's taking the piss or not. Then curling is the only sport. I don't know.
Yeah,
you could be a big fan. It's a proper
I can watch
sport.
that. It's funny.
I look at that and I go, that's more like a pub game.
It is difficult to do. I don't know if you've tried curling, Greg, or not.
No, I have never tried it.
To do what they do, like it's a lot of balance, and I've tried it
and a lot of strategy too.
Yeah, big time, and it's a skill game and stuff like that. Like to not fall on your ass, and for one, and to just curl the rock a certain way and stuff like that, where to put it. And it's very strategic and stuff. So, yeah.
So the scraping of the ice in front of the rock, is that to make it smooth or otherwise?
Yes. So that basically it sort of almost melts the ice a little bit, makes it smoother, cleans it off. So the rock can move further, move a little bit quicker and turn and curl. Right?
And we're talking like on a microscopic scale, really.
Exactly.
But it's enough to be effective.
Yep. So you want that rock to turn a little bit and stuff like that. So it's not quite got it. So they're going to sweep it a little bit more and
reduces the friction.
Yeah. Exactly. So you'll have the one guy at the end who threw the rock yelling at them to sweep hard, and then you'll have somebody who's lined up the shot saying no, yes, and
right. Okay. I'm still not convinced it's a sport rather than a game that you play at the pub when you're half full of piss.
According to Ernest Hemingway, and I agree with him, there's only 3 sports, and the rest are games: auto racing, bullfighting, or mountain climbing. Because you do those 3 things, you could die.
Yeah.
There's
the rest
plenty
are
of
games.
things that you could die with. People die on the cricket pitch for crying out loud.
You have to die.
Yeah,
let's look at them soccer players on that table. They're all dying.
Yeah.
They all just ran past each other really fast
and
got a little whiff of wind, and then they all fell over. That's all that is.
That's right.
So you have to die in order for it to be a sport.
Yes.
There was a guy who it was like last year, maybe the year before, in Australia, who got killed playing cricket. The ball hit him in the head, got him underneath the helmet, and killed him.
Cricket is a sport.
Yeah, I mean it happens. It could happen.
Is
I've seen and heard of people dying in hockey and even in soccer or football, and I mean it could happen, sure. But
who has died as a direct result of playing soccer?
There was a lightning strike.
No, that's a lightning strike. Lightning strikes are not sport.
Snooker seems fairly safe.
Say that again.
The snooker, that seems fairly safe.
Snooker.
Oh, yeah, right.
My accent.
Well, it's all accents here, mate.
Well, apparently we have 2 good ones, and the other 2 are.
Well, there's 2 people
according
who
to
speak
the poll.
English,
According to the
there's
poll,
2 that apologise for everything. Mind you, I think I'm the one that's apologising this. No, I think it's 2-0, isn't it? Something like that. Yeah.
Dale, what's the score?
2-0.
2-0. Apparently, it's a static charge as well. That must be for the rock down the ice thing.
Yep.
Yeah, righto. So, how long does this World Cup go for, Devo?
Couple of weeks. I don't know. I don't know. We're on a second game. We won on 6-2. Good result.
This is an unusual thing for me. I just figured that you're from the UK. You're watching the game. I just kind of figured that you would know it all. Without being a smart ass, I just figured that it was. I just figured that everyone in England was into this game.
No, I think it goes
1 month. Wow.
Weeks, I think. I don't know, 3 weeks. There'll be somebody tell us, I'm sure.
Some of the
there's an American leg on the floor holding his leg.
To
be fair,
give it a minute. It'll be someone from the other team.
Yeah.
So one thing, getting back into photography.
Photography?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
To bring that up.
Tell us about your birding setup with your camera, mate. I'm curious as to what lens you're using for that.
I have a Nikon D3400 And so just a sort of a beginner camera. But I use a Tamron 100 to 400 millimeter lens.
Okay.
Typically for.
And you find 400's enough reach?
I could use more. You could always use more reach, but for the most part, I've been okay with it and stuff. So
that camera will be a crop sensor though too.
It is a crop sensor, yeah.
So that helps.
So it does, yeah. So I think it works out to be about
450 or something. 650.
Yeah, I think that's what
Yeah, right.
Right. Yeah. So it's
okay.
Yep. So it's not too bad.
So go get yourself a 600mm lens, and you're pushing out to a meter.
There we go.
Yeah, right.
So I almost went with there was a 150 to 600, I think, Sigma or Tamron lens. And I looked at that and stuff, and I was still sort of new to it and thought, well, let's go to the 1 to 4 and stuff and see how that is. And so we'll see what happens, where it goes. So
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Do we have anything else we want to discuss, gentlemen?
Yes. One thing. Make your horizons level, people.
Yeah.
I liked a photo earlier in the group, and it was slightly. I like the photo.
Yeah.
It only takes a second just to either fix it in post or put your camera on level.
A lot of the camera apps have built-in levels. You can, just take that 2 seconds. But yeah, that pet peeve of mine. And I'm super.
Oh, mine too.
Yeah. So.
And I could see, Scott, how you have
perfectly
so much
level.
time.
That's perfect. What's wrong with you guys? That's perfect.
That is.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm going to go looking for one that's not.
Look at that one right there.
This one's crooked. That's wonky.
Yeah, that's not the wonky one. The other one's wonky.
You can see one here that's crooked, can you?
Isn't that one there? No, maybe not. To the left. One more. Go over one more.
Sometimes the landscape is a little, right? But
yeah, no.
But I remember you guys sharing some stuff very recently from this group and going, oh, yeah, that's crooked. Greg McMillan has a bit of a phobia about this sort of stuff.
Me too, though.
I can't fight. Bloody hell, there's some good photos on here now.
There's some beautiful photos on there. There's some really great ones.
All this here.
Planes.
These lights and planes.
Yeah.
I tell you what, even longer just smashes that at the moment with the when you're using the Star Trail mode.
So does it get rid of them? Go back.
No, not 100%, but it does it real. It's almost unnoticeable. It's very.
Go back up to the top.
To the all.
I just posted one last night.
Is that you?
Yes. Planes.
And what did you shoot that in? Light Trail or Star Trail mode?
Star Trail.
Yeah, all right.
Yep. Star Trail mode and stuff. It was about 75 minutes, I think. Yeah, 75. Yeah.
There's 3 there.
Yeah.
There's at least 3. I would get yourself touch retouch on your phone.
I did end up picking that up, and I didn't bother with it. I was going to try and take it out and stuff, but I'm lazy with removing that kind of stuff. Now, actually, there's one with the wharf, the wonky one. There's actually a cable, a telephone line in that I took out with touch retouch. Go back up a little bit, I think. Right there, right side. Oh, it just went past it. Down.
Down 3.
Down.
1,
Scroll down.
2,
one more.
One more. There.
Poof. Yeah. So if you look at the telephone pole, there's actually a cable, telephone wire that goes from that to that way. So that I took out with touch retouch. So
okay.
Yeah.
I can't get over how good some of these photos are getting. I haven't looked in here for ages.
That's a nice one there too. That go back up a little bit. That's Dale's.
Yeah.
Dale, you must be running out of things to take photos of with the.
Tomorrow there will be a toothbrush in his glass jar sitting on.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for just a picture of Dale. That's that sunrise there. right below your cursor. Yeah, that one there.
This one here?
Yep. I took that the other day.
That's cool.
That
Oh,
was
That is cool.
Yeah.
I could see
Beautiful
how you
photo.
have so much time for this, Scott. I could see how you have so much time for this because that clock on your wall hasn't moved,
Hasn't
1
moved.
minute
It's right twice a day.
since we started.
I'm glad you said that because I looked at it earlier. I thought, oh, it must be like 8 o'clock at night there for him. And then, like a little while ago, I looked at it. It's like, maybe I read that wrong before. No, it hasn't bloody moved.
I've changed the batteries and it stopped working, so it's wall art now.
It's wall art.
Yeah,
Some of these
no,
are
there's
just
some
bloody
there's some
amazing.
beautiful photos in here, and yeah, that's level. That looks good. Patrika, I wonder if he's
It is
banned.
Patrika.
He hasn't posted.
Yeah,
in
he
the-
hasn't
Could be actually.
been on at all.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
in
look,
jail.
oh, it's only missing the toothbrush.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do know there's going to be one with a toothbrush now.
Supreme Council.
Oh, look at this.
What was that? Sorry, Devo.
I say you do know there will be one with a toothbrush.
That photo with
Absolutely.
Yes, there will
Yeah.
be. Yeah.
the rocks there, your upper left there. I think that's Andy's photo.
Yeah, it looks like an Andy
Yeah.
photo.
That is so good.
Yeah.
And I always
Oh,
struggle with
man.
these types of photos because I'm looking at it like, and I'm like, okay, where do I want to focus when I'm you know, I set up even longer and I got it and leave it on autofocus. Do I tap bottom back? You know what I mean? Like,
Go a third into it. So when I would do when I was doing a lot of long exposure with DSLR, you would go a third into the if you look at the whole frame, whole
Yep.
picture, go a third distance into it. And
Okay.
that's where I would set my focus. Unless there's an absolute obvious focal point to the photo, whereas
Right.
in this case there's not. So I
Right.
would go 1/3 into it, start there, and take your long exposure photo.
So basically a third up from the bottom, basically that line.
yeah,
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
it is good. That just tells me like the way that's late, the way that foam, if you like, is it's a rough a lot of water moving.
Yes.
Yeah.
Whereas
yeah.
what you're getting is not that. It's very still your sort of water compared
Yeah.
to that.
Yeah. Oh, some moon shots.
Yeah. I'm looking for an iPhoto to follow it.
Yeah.
They're drumsticks. Yeah.
Drumsticks. Yeah.
Drumsticks. It's so impressive. Some of these photos, like the quality of photos that have come into this group is just awesome. I love it.
Dale made a comment there on about the crooked.
Yeah.
It is not, man. It is flat as a pancake. What's this? Your post was removed. Oh, Devo. Devo's removing stuff. That's what it is. I don't know why that was removed.
I don't know. Could have been a DSLR shot.
I've got a
It's a
feeling this
DSLR.
is one of those. Oh, DSLR shot, was it?
Yeah.
I've got a feeling that might have been one of the shots that I remember there was a post that was removed because they'd shared it from somewhere that wasn't shareable or something.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
yeah.
I
was
remember that.
a lot in groups, to be fair.
Yeah.
Yep.
That one there, the moon, the blood moon there, the first one. Yeah, either one of those. Took those. It's pretty good.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
There was a guy on one of the astrophotography groups that I'm on Facebook where he's done all different phases of the moon
Yes.
with the S22, I reckon it was, and he's merged them all. And it's actually a
wow.
really bloody detailed photo.
Oh,
You
wow.
can see the craters reasonably sharp, not as good as like through a telescope, but just from the phone, it's really quite impressive. He's going on with everything. Just keyboards now.
I'm telling you.
This guy's
It's-
getting bored in his house. Poor bugger. I haven't seen any crooked. Oh, there's a crooked photo, I think. There we
That
go.
one's
Yep.
starting to lean. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, what was
Yeah,
that
that's-
method that?
Yeah. Gonna pour out.
what was that method that Mike James was talking about calling this? There was actually a name for it. And they went, no, they're just crooked, man.
Yeah, something I'd never heard of, but yeah, there was a name for it.
Like, I look at that and I go, that's pretty cool, but it's crooked.
Yeah.
And I find it on a lot of shots and just simple. Like it just like it can make a good photo a great photo, right? Because it just takes away that little bit of and I don't know if it's nitpicking or like because somebody posted a photo and I commented on it and I said just something, just make sure your horizons are, and he said I was nitpicking, and I wasn't. I was trying to offer constructive criticism and stuff, but
someone in this group said you were nitpicking?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So
they seem to forget we have the power to delete their photos.
Look at you, the new guy to the group, and is like, I've got the power.
Got the hammer. Yeah. Like it's I like when you guys or other people, photographers, offer advice. That would look great if you looked at it from this or did this or something along those lines. I'm always looking for helpful information and stuff like that to make myself a better photographer. And so I can share that. So I don't do it to be rude or condescending or anything like that to people. So it's
and I'm always welcome to criticism on my pictures too. Like if somebody sees something that maybe could make it better, hey, let me know.
And Devo doesn't really take photos.
When was the last time you actually shared a photo, Devo?
It was the light lamppost thing with the birds a week or so ago, actually.
Okay. Yes, that's right. Yes. So
I was sat
here.
I was literally sat out and I just looked up and I thought, and I just thought I'd take a couple of snaps at this thing.
Is the horizon level in it?
Clicked.
I'm looking for the photo. I need to search by his name. What is your freaking name? It's Mark, isn't it?
Yeah.
I say that because when we look in the group chat, none of us have. I think I'm the only one that actually has my real name. Do I?
Close to your real name.
Sort of there.
You're Moisten.
Is it?
Yeah.
Asshole.
Bit moist.
I don't know. I can't find the bloody photo. Well, I've got into your bloody profile now. I'm looking at photos of you and your wife. That doesn't work. I'm seeing
Very
photos
true, Ron.
of dogs.
Ron, that's very true.
Oh, there's a lot of pictures of the dog.
No, I can't see a photo of a bird on a post. It doesn't matter.
Top.
Did you see it before? Did you?
Yes. It was a bird, right?
Flappy type and everything.
You can shout it out if you see it. I haven't seen it yet. These are the newest photos.
There's quite a lot of pictures get posted in there though, so it'll be.
Yeah.
And then you said
I'm just keen to see it
ago?
because I haven't seen photos from you for ages.
Maybe you posted in the other group.
In the iPhone photography group. That's a legendary group, that one.
I love that group.
There's never any manipulated photos. We can put this photo on top of this one and go, no, legit.
Yeah, with blue lights and
the moon, like 17 times its normal size.
That's it. Oh, it's a super moon.
And in front of the clouds.
Yes.
that's a nice photo there. That castle. Should go back up a little bit. That's a nice photo.
This one?
Yeah. That as a long exposure, I think that
That's
with
a church, I think.
Oh, that might be a church, yeah. with the clouds, that would be. I think that would.
Oh, here we go. I was actually about to say, I remember talking to him about these sorts of things, and he even mentions it in his comments here about using
it's
this
an Andy
sort of
photo. Of course, it's an Andy
long
photo.
exposures. Yeah. I still haven't found a bird on a lamppost yet.
Keep going.
I think you guys are lying.
Oh, giraffes!
Look at the giraffes.
No comment.
They need more moons.
I did see that on the screenshot you sent of Sarah walking across the paddock without the fucking laughing. Oh.
Fluffing what? Yeah.
I fluffing laughed at that.
Yes.
That was hilarious. It actually really gave me a good chuckle. No, I don't think you took the photo at all.
That's a nice photo too. That one back there.
There's heaps of good ones on here.
Oh yeah, the one right in the middle, the sunset, sunrise. That was one more up.
Oh, this is you as well.
This is not
Yeah.
me. That's me. Yes.
Oh, you're a little bit delayed.
Oh yeah.
With me finding the photo, I'm like, that one? No, what?
Yeah.
I like that texture in the cloud. That's awesome.
It was really nice. Yeah, I debated doing I just took the photo. I was going to do like a long exposure with it, and I said no. This just
that.
Yeah, exactly. So
Yeah,
I made the right
that's
call.
cool.
Yeah.
Any other photos in here you want to talk about, Greg?
Isn't
That's a photo from near you guys, isn't it? One of those things.
Cobra chicken.
Cobra chicken? Yeah, the boat's gonna fall down.
Yeah.
It's sliding slowly. It needs someone in front of it with one of those brooms, like speed up. It's like what'd you call it? A cobra chicken?
Cobra chicken. Yeah, you've never heard them called that? Oh, they're vicious. They'll mess you up.
We don't have those.
No.
That's
You're lucky.
Is that a magpie goose?
That's a Canada goose.
Oh. Is there a magpie goose? There is one, isn't there?
Not here.
Oh. Oh, okay.
But yeah, they're very territorial, and especially when they're nesting, and they'll chase people. They'll mess you up something good.
That will.
Yep.
Yeah, they're
right.
large birds, and usually in flocks and stuff. Especially if they're nesting. Oh yeah, they'll pack. Yeah, there was so there's a pond in the city, and they every year in the summer months there's 6 geese that go there, and in the winter months one of the local rescues take them back and stuff like that. Anyways, they knocked over and went after a woman, elderly woman, broke her hip and stuff like that. They actually ended up removing one of the birds for being aggressive and stuff like that, and ended up keeping it at the farm all the time because cobra chickens.
Cobra chickens.
They hiss.
So
and
you guys have got bears, right?
we do have bears.
Oh yeah.
And wolves.
Yep.
What else do you have?
Mountain lions.
Mountain lions, cougars.
Yep. That's about it. I don't think there's anything poisonous though. No poisonous snakes.
And cobra chickens.
And cobra
That's
chickens.
6 things that will attack you there, and you all carry on like Australia's the place of all the deadly shit.
I'm more worried about one of those birds than I am a bear out here.
Is that right?
We don't have grizzlies in the East Coast. We
Okay.
only have the black bears and stuff like that. They're smaller and they're more afraid of you than anything. They'll run like if they can smell. But one of these, they'll mess you up.
Yeah, right. What do you have in the UK, do you, besides politicians that'll kill you?
Pubs.
We have not a lot. We have
Not a lot.
the swans can be quite nasty.
Footballers.
We have footballers that fall down. We have one poisonous snake, the adder.
Okay.
That's probably it.
Do many people die from that snake?
I don't think anyone's died in like the last 50 years or something, Daft.
Okay. Yeah.
It
Interesting.
is possible, but I don't think it's happened in recent times.
Sure. No worries. We've only got a couple of spiders and snakes here. We don't have anything that
A
eats you.
couple.
Well,
Couple, yeah.
besides crocodiles, I suppose. Crocodiles will kill you dead.
We don't have
Yeah.
to check his shoes before we put them on. That's one bonus.
Well, it's easy to do. You just stand on them.
Fair enough.
So if you leave your boots outside in the morning before I put them on, I'll just stand on my boots. And
Aren't they
if
steel toe
anything's in-
boots?
No,
Oh, why would you
I don't
want
work
that,
at
right?
mine. Well, I don't work in a mine.
Neither do I, but I still have steel toe boots.
Why? Why do you
Forklifts,
have steel
lift
toe boots?
trucks,
And both of those I don't use or go anywhere near.
horses.
Again, I don't go anywhere near them.
Okay, well, they're safe then.
And even horses, no one wears steel cap toes to get near horses.
Really? I don't
No.
go near horses, so I wouldn't know. But
Well, no, I do go out like with Sarah's horses and stuff, but I don't. I've never ever. It's never ever entered my head that a horse might stand on my foot. Even with cattle, like we could have 500 cows in a yard. I'll still get in there and walk in amongst them and not worry about getting trod, like my feet trod on. No.
I would think that would be a valid thing, but I guess not.
You could be more
And to be honest,
to be fair.
yeah. I wear a cricket cup all the time just in case they kick me.
Yeah.
But I don't know anyone who wears steel cap boots to work around animals. No one. No. Steel cap boots here is more of a construction industry sort of situation and mining and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, nothing here for animals and stuff.
That sort of stuff.
Yeah, I reckon mechanics probably do. Yeah, the guys that work in there, yeah, I would say so, but not for just working around farm and stuff. No. Well, that's enough talk about that. I'm going to get out of here.
Sounds
Thank
good.
you all for coming on. It's good
Thanks
to
for
see you
having
all
us.
rather than just
It was nice to
texting
have the
towards
band
you.
together for once here.
I agree.
We'll reconvene. We'll have our next AGM this time next year for the Facebook group. We'll see.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Make it an annual event.
Yeah, absolutely. All right.
Not during the
Thanks,
World
everybody.
Cup, so Devo can be on time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
See, here I was saying he's newlywed. I know where he is.
Yeah.
But it wasn't that. She wasn't even there.
No.
No.
All right, fellas. See you later.
Have a good one.
Thanks everyone
Alrighty.
for watching.
Bye now.
Thanks, everybody.